Hello, ladies and gents, I'm your man Simon Bickford-Smith, here with a matchup between Morans FC and QPR Queen's Park Rangers for what should be another segment of Simon Says, because fuck Martin Tyler, fuck Alan Smith. I'm your man Simon Bickford-Smith, here in the first stage of knockout in the European Int'l Cup. Two ungodly teams. Not really, this is completely shit cup between the two, lacking of talent, as my sideman said in the previous match. My man, Mr. Williamson. We got Hojo Smith with QPR, a team that has looked quite well on the pitch, especially in the attacking half, the attacking third. Morans FC, that right there is their defensive four. They have been formidable at times with this defense. The midfield three playing in a 4-3-3 today, in what should be most likely a defensive struggle between the two. We are going to be expecting not too many goals today, as QPR has been struggling a decent amount. But you got your man Lumley, been in fine form as of late for QPR. That is QPR's back four. It is their two central defensive mids, three midfielder attack, with Smith, the young American, at centre attack mid, and Hujel to finish it off at the 9. Should be an interesting match, more so the passing we're going to have watching these two teams should be quite well, as we're going to watch two teams. It is not going to be a double leg of knockout stages we've seen with the likes of cups such as UEFA and Europa, but today is going to be sudden death. Loser goes home, winner stays for another meal. Should be interesting. QPR starting off on a couple of hot plays on offense. Nice interception by the QPR defenseman. This team has had the unlikely bit of making poor quick decisions on the pitch, but they have cleaned it up quite a bit as of late. Smith still looking for their first goal, and it could be right here. It could be an absolute... oh no, terrible decision by the young lad, 16-year-old American at central attack mid. Smith, a player that many believe will not be good for the future of QPR, more so not because they will not succeed at the beginning of his tenure there, but because they expect him to eventually get snatched up by the likes of a Manchester City, a Liverpool, possibly even an FC Bayern. But usually Bayern does not play with such formations to take advantage of the central attack mid. So most likely you're going to see the likes of an EPL team. I understand this team, QPR, is in the EFL, the Football League, which contains 23 members compared to the 24 members, since they played 23 matches against each other, twice over for 46 in the young season. Another pass set up for Smith, and it's going to be handled well by the FC defender. Pass back out, but this QPR team looking to keep up with their recent play of form. They played quite well, like I mentioned before, passing the ball in the attacking third. Should be quite well. Nice little pass in right there for FC's man. Nice touch. Moving it in. Will the defense swallow this up? And they do, leading more so on a bad offense compared to great defense, as QPR is going to try to set up a counter-attack. They've been passing better in the midfield as of late, and we are seeing a well-improved QPR attack because of the possession. They've averaged at least 53 possession percentage points, controlling much of their games, as we've seen in the past couple, compared to what the first match was in the group stage of the European Int'l Cup. And what we thought was an interesting pass by Osaway Samuel, who is easily the paciest player on the pitch today. This QPR team looking to try to bring a little bit of winnings back to the club to lead to possible findings of other young players such as a Smith, as of late, has been playing quite well, even though he has not finished a complete match yet. SA didn't start today, so you should expect Smith to come in, give up about 55 to 60 minutes, and then SA should come in either for Smith or change up the formation to where SA is going to be moving in as the central attack mid. Beautiful pass in, and it's going to be dealt with by the defense. Also a pass back in. Hojo going to be giving a stab, but it's going to be a poor shot for the QPR forward. Queen's Park Rangers again against Montmorency FC. And what is still 0-0 at the beginning of this one, what we expected, two teams not taking advantage of these soon opportunities, and there will be a couple more in this match, even though these teams have not been the best at capitalising on such opportunities. This QPR team, like we said, as long with them, I think the team that you're going to expect to come in here and win the match will be the one that has the most opportunities, since eventually if you're going to have 10 shots on goal, one has to go in for these squads. Pass in the Hojo, not dealt well. Smith right there. There are two Smiths on this QPR team. As you can tell, the lesser of the two had the possession on the play as it is given up. Beautiful job done by Osiri Samuel, and it's going to be dealt with quite well by this QPR defensive team, dealing with the counter-attack or lack thereof. We've seen Smith with a move, Smith with the cut-in. Here we go, Smith setting up Samuel. It's going to hold, retain the ball, as we've seen this team do well, so well outside the box. Pass the ball, get a feel of what's going to happen, but unfortunately so squandered by poor passing by Smith. As we are approaching the 31st minute here in the semi-final, since only 4 teams move on to the knockout stage. It's the first game in. Smith looking for a better pass by Hujel, but not getting one by the Israeli forward. But a beautiful job done, making it up for the hazard play and getting the ball just right quick back. Smith with the ball now. Hujel, Smith moves in, moving the ball quite well. Decent run. Is he going to get the pass? No. He did not keep it simple on the play, and it's going to be squandered off for what I believe is a corner for QPR Queen's Park Rangers. Smith's going to be taking the corner. Ball not served all too well. Serving the hard ice cream. No soft serve today, as that ball is not so sweet on the pass on the pitch, and it's going to lead to the ball getting picked back, even though QPR has retained possession quite well in the attacking half. Ball passed back to Hujel. Every time we have seen and said remarks about this possession, it seems to be a jinx. Smith, I'll say, Samuel, pass to Smith. Smith pass in, retaining possession. Ball passes in to Scowen. Josh Scowen, one Josh to the other. Terrible passing by the central defensive mid, Josh Scowen. He is more so one of the better skillful players on this team. You hate to see him play like that, because you're seeing more so the type of such doing quite well so far. This QPR team retaining possession quite well, playing quite well on the pitch, but just not doing well with the opportunity. Here we go, Smith ball in. Smith, and it's going to be a fine tackle by the FC defenseman, and it's going to be QPR losing possession. Smith should have touched that in. I believe personally for myself that ball should have been dealt with better by Smith, but he's going to learn it as his awareness grows, as his feel of the game even better. We are seeing a little bit of bright spots with the likes, and this QPR team couldn't be happier at the moment, seeing possessive play played by the midfield, the central attack midfield, playing quite well. And we're just going to have to see better capitalisation of the opportunities for this team. QPR moving in. We are now in extra time, 2 minutes. Not too much done foul wise. We've seen clean tackles by this FC team. Smith with the ball now, passing it up. Osway, Samuel, most likely we're going to be heading in to the half. Tied 0-0. Yes, we are. And there we go. Smith taking the ball in from Hugel here in the 46th minute Second half's just kicked off as this QPR team trying their best to continue on with the possessive play. Hopefully that creates an opportunity so easy you can't help but capitalise on a beautiful touch by James Jeff Cameron with his best avatar right there, playing beautifully well in this game. Brought to you by FIFA 20, bringing its new street ball. Oh, speaking of street moves, beautiful change of play, but not dealt well on the play by Kane, and it's going to be QPR turning the possession over to FC. FC going to be moving around the wing, no, keeping it in the middle. Here, let's keep it up with the pass, going back to the outside. Beautiful teamwork we're seeing, and just one too many touches by the FC team, or at least should have been held on better. Ooh, maybe there's no advantage given. Thought it was going to be a foul, but no, Smith the ball, beautiful turnout. Going to be passing it, maybe serves it back to Smith. No, serves it to Kane, and it's going to be a poor pass by Hojo, who I think, if anything, why don't you keep Smith in, put in SA, take out Hojo, maybe have SA use his speed, his pace on the outside, and have this QPR team pass a little bit better. As you've seen, Hojo giving up quite a bit of easy interceptions for this FC team. Going to try to serve this one up to Kane. Kane gets a nice pass by Hojo. Going to be sit back in by Hojo. Hojo on the play. Smith. Pass it back in. Is it going to be Kane? No. Excuse me. And it's going to be a poor touch by Kane on the play. Needing water indeed. Brought to you by Fiji Water. Going to be passed out. 60th minute approaching. You're going to get substitution. Smith will be out. That's going to be SA. This QPR team playing just poorly on the passes compared to previous half. We are not seeing the opportunities as before. SA gets lucky on, nope, unlucky on the play. Poor pass, but in itself, just not thinking well. Just, you kind of wish you just watch these matches for QPR as of late in this International Cup, and you just wonder the kind of fidgeting this manager can do for Queen's Park Rangers, and see if there's possibility with that several attacking mid-play to have an SA and a Smith on the pitch at the same time. Beautiful change of play. Also a Samuel going to try to serve the ball up to his man in the middle, but it's going to be a poor pass. Poor leading lob pass straight to FC's keeper. And it's going to be, well, I thought it was going to be QPR's ball again. They've done well about intercepting passes in the middle. Speaking of, it was a testy tackle by the QPR's Kane. And it's going to be FC running the ball in. They've done quite well on this side of the field. Up in the ball, setting up the passing triangles, setting up the zigzags, give and goes on the plays. Done quite well. And here we go, FC with the ball in. Oh my word. Handled poorly by QPR's defence. Got lucky. Lumley was staring at that, but now we're getting a counter-attack by QPR. Boston. Hugo! The man number 9 wearing number 9. Oh, what a... Might have been one of the most clever plays he's had of the day, and it just does not suit well, does not capitalise on what was set up decently well by Osaway Samuel. It's going to remain 0-0 here in the 71st minute. Going to be, it just seems lately, must be the lack of stamina at this point. Players needing a breather between each throw and each corner, each foul. These two teams playing at rather fast pace, moving on counter-attacks, quick plays on the attacking. And there we go, SA, speaking of Hugo. SA, pass in, SA moves it in, SA is in. Does SA get it? Yes. Oh no. And greatly done, SA though, poorly done. More so lucky by the FC goalkeeper, able to control what he could. but you can only imagine what the chances would have been for a goal by SA if he had used his right foot, opened up that side, and a strike towards in, but it's going to be blocked, dealt with immediately. Cameron blocked, going to be putting it in. Ball's going to be taken back out. Hold possession for QPR. They're going to try to retain this in the middle still. Poor touch by Cameron. Still going to be held on well by this team. And there we go. Hugo. Oh my. We thought we saw ourselves with a horrible shot by Hugo, but it appears it's going to be a possible yellow card by FC. It appears to be a foul. The ref has called a very important call in the play. It seems very FIFA-esque right there. Video game type play. Did not seem like it was warranted for a penalty, but we're going to have to see this attempt for QPR right here. Will this team capitalize on the goal? Are we going to see last minute fireworks? Are we going to see an FC team that has to deal with what is going to be considered a questionable call? But no. Oh my, what could be even more questionable is Hugo on the play misses nearly what you could consider a wide open penalty for QPR. It's going to remain 0-0. QPR still looking advantageous in the attacking third. Pass back out, Osaway, Samuel, terrible touch. Going to be turned over to FC. FC heading in. It's going to be touched by Kane to SA. SA to Smith. Smith, Hugo to SA. Will it be? No, it will. Oh, beautiful touching. Oh, just what I thought looked like a pretty touch. Just did not have the athleticism to quickly get on it. But he did have the motivation to get the ball back for this QPR team. Pass to SA. Back to Smith. Smith to James Cameron. James Cameron, SA. Cameron to Smith. Just this team trying to set up the passing triangles. Fake shot by SA. Set out to the outside. It's going to be set up in. He's got space. SA passes it. No, he's going to retain it. I felt like he should have passed it. The opportunity was there for a possible cross shot. Upper, lower 90. It's going to be cleared by the FC defender. No reason to fuck with that shit. Here in the 87th minute, as QPR retaining possession. Gonna be the ball sent out. Would have held on to it for another second or two, but time is of the essence. SA's ball set into him, not gonna be done well. And there we go. QPR's gonna retain possession. Got Osaway, Samuel. Is he gonna get to the ball? He does, but he does get boxed out quite well. FC playing very clutch defense. And could we see FA? Oh no, not gonna be dealt with. We thought a counter-attack, last-minute counter-attack could do quite well for this team, but doesn't appear so. SA pass back. SA set it up. Beautiful touching in. Hugo with the ball. Is he going to give it to SA? No, it's going to be Smith up top. This will be the last chance of the day. SA on the ball. Terrible touch. We are going to be heading in to penalty kicks. It appears that it is end of time, as we called it. 0-0. We will be heading no extra time. It will be penalty kicks. Best out of 5, and it's going to be a terrible miss. I know I warned you at the beginning of the match that this will not be the best of quality, as we have seen 2 complete shite shots, and it's going to be a save by Lumley. Excuse me, as you can see the excitement just sneezing out of me. Oh my, what was the keeper thinking? He's going to be regretting that decision. And it's going to be 1-1 with QPR with an advantage. Here with the third shot for QPR. And it'll be sent in. What a beautiful shot by his man. Lumley, terrible. Terrible. If QPR can hit this one, this will be the game. QPR up 2-1, about to go close it out at 3-1 for this team. Will it be sent in by the man? No, it will not. Oh my. Goalkeeper guessed wrong. Lumley on the play. Here we go. Fans watching from all around just the stadium because no one's watching. Oh my. QPR in just dramatic fashion finds themselves luckily coming out of the semi-finals towards the European International Cup final. Lumley, do not know why he's being held all too much. Got lucky on the play, terrible shooting by them. The penalty shots were not there, as we saw even for QPR for Hugel at the beginning of the match. Terrible take. It just not seeing the best of attacking play today, especially in the opportunities by either team, and especially just in front of goal, as even the penalty kicks seem to be a penalty of themselves. They should have been given a red card for every miss, because that's how terrible the shots were in the penalties. We're expecting this QPR team to try their best to rise above this, play better offense, score more goals. They will advance 2-1 on penalties. The rarity of just seeing one penalty being made in 5 attempts, terrible by FC. They're going to be regretting this play. Keeper's going to be regretting his choice to not even go for a shot. But it's going to be a win for QPR, a team that moves on to the finals of the European International Cup. Will we see Smith make his way through? But of course, as we saw, 53 possession, I believe, by QPR. They had more shots, just barely anything going on for FC. As always, I'm your man Simon Bickford-Smith, and take care.